Okay, hey, what's up, everybody? This is a CSX 2009. It's practically similar to Civic SI. Now, the problem with this car is the engine mount bolt had practically broken off. You can see I've already removed some parts of the engine mount, and I'll show you guys the broken bolt. And the studs right here, you can see the threads are distorted due to vibrations. So I will be replacing the studs and the bolts, and also the engine mount bracket connected to the engine block and heads. Alright guys, I'm gonna show you guys exactly where that stud is, or the bolt is broken off. The one in the bottom is a broken bolt, and the one on top was the stud. Alright guys, so if you ever came across this problem, just follow the video and steps. So with that said, remove the 10mm bolt for the AC line, remove those bolts, and that bolt, that's a 12mm bolt. Alright, and there it is, it's out. Okay, we're gonna remove the engine mount now. And so with that, we're gonna remove those two bolts and another one right there. That's the bracket connected to the engine mount. Alright, and one 17mm bolt right there, and another one right here on the bottom, and it's sort of dark, and I'll shine a light so you can see where that bolt is located. And boom, that's the 17mm bolt. So let's get it started, guys. We're gonna have to first remove the bracket with the three 14mm bolt. Note, I've already loosened them up, so what I have to do is use my tools. Grab it up like that, guys. So I'm using a 14mm socket with extensions. So that one bolt out there, and two more to go, and we should be able to remove that bracket. That bracket also has a clip where the ABS lines are seated on, so you're gonna have to unclip the lines. Alright. Right. That's a 17. Alright, so at this point I'm trying to remove that bracket. There you go, guys. So there's the clip where that ABS line are seated, so you're gonna have to disconnect that in order for you to remove that bracket. And now we're going to remove the actual engine mount. Okay guys, this one would only go in one way, so don't worry about getting it mixed up when you're putting it in. Alright guys, there you go guys. I'm gonna have to replace that engine mount as well. Might as well. Who knows, that could be the cause or the culprit of why my engine mount broken off. Or it could be that this car is a write-off. Who knows? Alright, but I'll fix it. Notice the hand arrow there, there's two bolts there. There's one there. One here, and another one there at the back. There you go. the bolt at the back is gonna be problematic because it will be hitting the frame of the vehicle, so we practically need to lift the engine up just to get a clearance and to get that engine bolt out, or the bracket bolt out. And so for that, we're gonna have to remove the lower engine mount bolt, and that's that right there. It's a 17 mil. All right, guys. So that's the engine mount, and the bolt had been removed. And we also have to remove that bolt. I believe it's a 19 mil bolt, so that's been removed. And now we can jack up the engine up so we can get a clearance for that last bolt to be removed. Alright guys, so I'm working my way out for that last bolt there at the end. So I'm using my extra long box and wrench, ratcheting wrench. So I got the engine jacked up to clear that bolt out. Okay, alright, so you can see there the bolt is, or the engine is high enough so that bolt can go out its way and it won't be hitting the frame. Alright guys, so you can see that last bolt there at the end there. Okay, so these bolts, I'm trying to size them up. If they're all the same, they are all the same guys, like I said earlier. So you can see that last bolt there is actually sitting on the frame, and that can go out, the whole bracket can go out now actually. There you go guys. So high enough to get that bolt off of that frame, just like so. So I left that bolt over there. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm just sizing them all up so I know that they are all the same size and not mess them up, and they are all the same size guys. Okay, I've said that a couple times already, just to reiterate guys. Okay guys, so that's the new bracket I got from Honda. And so what you'll have to do is put that last bolt on first and slide it into the hole and put the rest of the bolts back in, guys. So that's how you do it, okay? Alright, so what happened here, guys, is I was driving, making a left turn and try to beat a oncoming car. Right, so that basically when it all started, I guess, and then just passing another street light, all I heard was like and a vibration on the vehicle, and then I pulled over to the side, look underneath, and so my serpentine belt pulverized, gone, scattered in pieces. Alright, so you can see here the serpentine belt is obviously off. That's why. So I'll have to replace that belt too. Okay. So in this video I won't be showing you guys, or I didn't film how I placed that belt in, but you can Google it and find the diagram on how that serpentine belt is rerouted. Okay, so I'm just working my my way here with the bolts. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, so I'm gonna show you guys how to put the stud in. So we're gonna finger tight that, and to tighten that stud in, we'll use 2 nuts. You can use a new one and one old one. Alright, so I have those 2 nuts put all the way to the bottom of the stud there, and I'm gonna tighten the stud with the torque spec, and you'll see how and what I've done with those nuts. You can see there, that's a new nut, and the bottom is the old nut, so you'll have it facing each other like that. Alright, and that way you can torque the stud in. Just like so, guys. Alright, this video also I wasn't able to film on how I installed the top bracket of the engine mount, but you get the idea on how to put it on, because I've already showed you how to remove it. Alright guys, or did not show you guys, but yeah, anyway. The main point of this video is to how to remove the engine mount bracket and the engine mount. I'm trying to work it with that last bolt there at the end.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how's it going?
Okay guys, I'm just gonna torque this last bolt. Final torque on those bolts there. There you are guys. Now we're ready to put the engine mount in. So we're gonna put this back together now, starting with that. 2 17mm bolt, top and bottom. And then we're gonna put the bracket in. Alright guys, so I'm gonna put the bottom bolt there. You can see I have a 17mm 3/8 with paper holding the bolt so it doesn't fall off. Guys, that's the trick of the trades. If you don't want the bolts falling off when you're trying to install them or removing them, so you want to have paper around the socket and put the bolt in. Otherwise you can buy a socket with magnetic, which I don't have, so that's my trick. here's the bracket we're gonna be putting in. It's a little tricky to put in, but it'll find its way in. Just be careful not to damage any lines or whatever, right guys? So I've got it in like so. There you go, it's in. And I'll start off with one bolt there on the side and the other two. Alright, so when all those three bolts are in, at this point, just remember I'm gonna put the Serpentine bolt in, just route them in before I put on the engine mount bracket connected to the engine. So, alright guys, you can do this before you put the whole engine mount in, so you have space and you can see where it is actually going. So I'll just reroute that. so I finally rerouted this belt in. So I'll just place it aside, and now I'm gonna be tightening all the bolts. You can also see here in this part of the video, the top part there of the engine mount is already put in, so you'll have to basically work it out, lifting the engine out, lowering the engine out, moving the engine so you can get it in. I wasn't able to film this by myself, so I've got it in just like that, guys. So all I'm doing now basically is doing the finalized torque on the bolts. And now I'm gonna put the dog wishbone. I call that a dog wishbone because it's like a dog bone. There you go, put that bolt in and the other two in. And zap it in. And we all have to do is put the serpentine bolt in. And then we can remove the jack that you use to lift the engine up and down, and then we can start the vehicle, and you should be good to go, guys. I'm sorry I missed some steps here to film you guys and show you, but it's basically just a guide on how to replace the engine mount bracket connected to the block of the head. Okay. You can see I'm using a pry bar here just to position the bolt onto the hole.
Loloda? Nya ngay amang da? Kapit sa bali pagdajanan da?
Alright, so those are in.
Atalakay? Ay, anak niya yung mga nakapagdajanan. Pagdajan kita. Katanga balay?
Amak na. Ang asawa ba?
Ay, kayo mo sa ulo na nakagin kita da asawanan. Okay. Dahil ano yung smoke sa likod? So yan po. Kasampay mo na higpitan dito niyo. Oo, napasan. yung sabi mo. Problema. Ha?
So I got that line bolt there, it's the 10 mil.
Kung naka-video ka magkaya.
We're putting that pulley now, 12 mil bolt that we removed there.
Yung nga, post ko ulit. Pero hindi ko na video yung pagkalagay mo, daddy.
Ito?
Ito. Yung pinesto mo siya, hindi ko na video. Kala ko naka-play.
Okay. Hindi. Na-loose.
Now it's time to put the belt in. The last that we're going to do here. So you'll be pulling that wrench towards you to release the tension and work your way in with that belt, and it's in, guys. So that's how it is, guys. I hope this video helped. For most part, this video just basically tells you how to replace the engine mount bracket connected to the blocks. Alright? So it's all good, guys. Thanks for watching. Please likes and subscribe.